I'll kick off with Brigadier Anil Gupta, someone who I speak with very frequently in the national media. Indian terrain and operations, including Nagaland, Mizoram and Assam insurgencies, apart from being a prolific writer.
Defending the boundaries of ancient India under the Duggar dynasty, the great stories of valor that emerged post 1947, वो कहानियाँ काफ़ी military personnel के through मेरे को मिली थी when I first started my research, not the common Dogra, primarily through military personnel. Why has that disconnect been created?
Ayushman, with due respect to my co-panelists, despite all that, why are we not being recognized? Why we are always hyphenated with Kashmir? Why we are being looked at with the prism of Kashmir? That is the theme. And for that, we need to analyze as to what has gone wrong. First of all, when we talk of Jammu'iyat, it gets confined to Jammu district or areas around it. You see, Jammu as a Dogra state was well defined. Its boundaries were well defined. Its principalities were well defined. But Jammu as a region, after independence or after merger, was never defined. And what was never defined was a Dogra. Who is a Dogra? Most of you must be knowing that in the army, there used to be concession for enrollment and recruitment in the army for the Dogras, which Mufti Muhammad Said, when he became the chief minister the first time, he stopped it. And the logic given was that there is no definition of a Dogra. So how do we give a Dogra certificate? This issue became a very big issue. And when Umar Abdullah was contesting to defeat him, he promised during his election rallies that I'll restore it. And to his credit, the first thing he did when he took an oath was to order a committee, high-powered committee, to revive this Dogra certificate. You all will be surprised. It was revived, but called off within 24 hours. Same Umar Abdullah, whose cabinet approved it, after 24 hours announced that I withdraw this. What was the reason? The reason was that in this bill, Dogra was defined. And Dogra was defined as anybody residing south of Pir Panjal, irrespective of religion, caste and creed. The Kashmiris couldn't digest it. Shaheed Ali Shah Gilani and his party, Hurriyat, they made halla gulla, so much hue and cry, and they had so much of influence that within 24 hours, Umar Abdullah announced that this bill is withdrawn. Look at it. And what was their logic? Sheikh Gilani said, Sheikh Mohammed Gilani said that, what is his name? Gilani Sahab. He said that we enjoy majority and domination over Jammu because we have an identity known as Kashmiri identity. Moment you give them Dogra identity, they will stand up against us, and valor of Dogras, they will not let us survive. So whatever we have gained so far, we will lose if we give them an identity. So ladies and gentlemen, if at all we want to be recognized globally, nationally and even locally, see, even Jammu people are not very serious about itself. The gathering strength shows here how much we want Jammu'iyat. We live in a cocoon. We are very happy with what's happening with us. We are not worried about such. For them, this Dogriyat, Jammu'iyat is a very minor thing, I'm telling you. Talk to a common young man, he's not bothered about it. Because he has been brought up that way. So if we want to bring Jammu'iyat or Dogriyat, we have to insist on our Dogra culture, Dogra identity, Dogra heritage. And we have to call it Dogriyat, not Jammu'iyat. I'm not with it. We must call it Dogriyat. Dogron ki. So देखिए, Kashmir was known for Sufism. But what did the people when who came to power, what they did? Kashmiriyat. You don't never heard of Kashmiriyat. They're known for Sufism. But to give it identity, Kashmiriyat. Because they wanted to be unique, different from others. And they wanted to express our identity, the Dogra identity. Our forts, they were left to themselves. Our culture was deliberately led. Our language was, most of you, I don't know, those of my age group, we read only Urdu. Nothing was taught to us. When I went to Sainik school, I was handicapped. I didn't know anything other than Urdu. I didn't know English. I didn't know Hindi. I had to contest there because I didn't know any of these languages. But this is what was given to us. Even Dogri was not very often spoken. Schools, in any case, there was no question of Dogri being taught. We were taught a history book called Hamari Kahani, and Hamari Duniya was our geography book. I don't know how many of you have read those books. And Hamari Kahani never talked of Dogra rulers. Hamari Duniya never talked of Jammu as an empire. It never talked of that.
Right.
So if we want this, you see what I'll tell you another thing. The people, the party which came to power after 48, they had one slogan, Ek Qaid, Ek Jamaat, Ek Janda. And they ensured that to kill Dogra identity, they started terms which are unnatural. Chenab Valley, Pir Panjal Range, Pir Panjal area. They wanted to divide the Jammu region. Umar Abdullah said in the parliament, what is Jammu? 2.5 districts. So, if we want to be identified, to be recognized as a force to reckon with, as a people belonging to a particular region, which is as good and as bad as Kashmir, we need to revive Dogriyat. Thank you.